Take 150. This is probably the 20th time I've tried to record this video, so hopefully it works. I found out that my MBTI personality type was INFJ quite some time ago. I was 19 at the time, and I came across the personality test somewhere on the internet. I didn't think much of it at the time. I was really depressed and down and in a bad state of mind. So when I found out that my personality type was INFJ, I read into it a little but not much, and it didn't do a lot for me. It just confirmed what I had thought for the majority of my life, that the way I saw things and the way I did things were different. And since I was so down and depressed, knowing that or getting that confirmed to me just made me feel worse. It wasn't something that I wanted to hear. When I read it, I read that we were one of the rarest types, that we made up 2% of the population, and that INTJs were the rarest. Later, when I dug into it further, which was many years later, actually about a month ago, an ENFJ friend of mine sort of got me into it. I found out that we're the rarest personality type, and we make up 1% of the population, which, if I had heard when I was 19, I don't think I would have taken it very well. But now that I'm older and more comfortable with myself, it's not so bad. I actually decided to look into it more, and I came across an INFJ forum online, which I love. By the way, I've learned so much in just this past month about my personality type, our personality type, INFJs, and it's strange to have met people who aren't exactly like me, but think similarly to the way that I do, meaning our thought process works similarly, and we kind of have some of the same quirky tendencies. The majority of the INFJs I've come across in the forum are very thoughtful and caring, always trying to help if they can, which I thought was really interesting part of our personality. Another part of our personality that I associate with a lot, and it's not just INFJs but introverts in general, we tend to need to get away from being around a lot of people. We're sort of like hermits. It's not that we don't like people. In fact, we really care deeply about people, but being around them seems to take out a lot of energy from us. INFJs in general tend to be very empathetic. I myself, when I'm around a lot of people, I can sense or feel what the other person's or people's emotions are, and I tend to draw towards people who are calmer or happier with themselves and with situations, most situations, because when I'm around people whose emotions are really high all the time or really heightened, especially negatively, it affects me a lot. It drains me, and I do my best to bring a sense of calm to people, just because maybe it's out of self-preservation, I don't know, but at the same time I want to help. I want to bring peace to people or make them feel comfortable around me and with themselves. Another thing that I learned is a lot of us don't like to drive, which I think is funny because I don't like driving. I do drive, and I think that it makes me a good driver because I'm really nervous and I pay a lot of attention to everything. I'm not one of those people who puts makeup on in the mirror while they're driving or talks on cell phones. I don't say that people that do those things can't drive, but I couldn't personally drive doing those things. And if I never had to step foot in another vehicle again, I would be completely okay with that. I do like campers. Now, throw in a good road trip and I'm there. I will sit in that passenger side or in the back of that camper and be a happy little beaver, but don't make me drive the thing. But that's just me going off on a tangent. So, yeah. My name is Denise, and I'm an INFJ.